Yo, what up?
What's up, people? What's up? Welcome back to another episode of Black on Black Crypto. Got my boy Keith in the building. I'm your boy BG, and this is just gonna be a probably a quick update, quick live, just to follow the movement of Bitcoin at its current price, and we're gonna follow. We're gonna talk about JASMY too. So, Keith, since you initiated this, we're gonna let you get it cracking.
Man, Bitcoin, what happened today? We reached the all-time high yesterday. Uh, was that today? That was earlier today, I think. No, that was hold on, let me see.
That was earlier today.
Earlier today, we reached the all-time high. Just barely passed it, right? Went up to 69, about 190. And we started this retrace for Bitcoin. So what I'm thinking, for Bitcoin, this might be a bit of a deeper retrace. So be on the lookout for that. Just looking at this wave 3, Bitcoin could come down as far as let me see real quick. Field retracement. Bitcoin could come down as far as about 53. So you could see something like the ABC correction. You can see it stop at around 57 and a half, 57.5, go up a little bit. People start getting fear of missing out and buying back in, thinking it's about to go higher. And don't be surprised if you see another drop sitting right here on top of this little support zone. That should be, Bitcoin should retrace back down to around this level, anywhere between 52, really right at 53, and somewhere around 54, 55. So I'd be on the lookout for Bitcoin to have a deeper retrace. And why are we looking at that? ETH, BTC, and Bitcoin dominance, right? Bitcoin dominance. You can see that Bitcoin put in, a bit of a divergence here. We had a higher high on the RSI, right? We had a high on the RSI. We had a lower high on the RSI, and we had a higher high on the chart, right? And it attempted to break that, and it looked like we got rejected here. And since that rejection, we haven't broken through. So what's looking like is that Bitcoin dominance is about to fall down and retrace and cool off some. All right. And that's going to give Ethereum a chance to run. All right. So you should see something, like this for Bitcoin dominance. Go start to, see it's a steep drop once it drops. And all that means is that, Bitcoin is going to be less powerful during this retracement. Doesn't mean it's going to have a super dip. These dips are, natural in the cycle of crypto. It's not going to move in a straight line up and down. That wave that we had on Bitcoin was a super stretched out wave, as you can see, right? So it's going to need to cool down some for you to get some positive momentum to go up to where it's really trying to go. So these things are healthy. When you get a chance to, sell high, buy low, right? That's going to be the whole goal, the whole strategy in crypto, in stocks, and whatever you're doing with your investments. You want to sell high, you want to buy low. All right. So with the Bitcoin dominance coming down, we're going to see Ethereum BTC finally break out. And you can see we got some positive momentum finally on ETH BTC. And we're looking for this to break out through the top of this trend line. And we should see ETH get the momentum coming up here shortly. So that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Is Ethereum going to keep running? Is it going to finish its correction faster? If you can see Ethereum, it looks about the same as Bitcoin right now. We reached 38. I don't think we're anywhere near the all-time high for Ethereum, but Ethereum could get some more positive
I think the
momentum.
all-time high was like 5,000.
Yeah, let's go take a look real quick on the weekly. So Ethereum's all-time high, and where are we? And you can see, right, just looking at the RSI down here. Let me move this over a little bit. We still
What's RSI stand for?
Relative strength index. So this is just measuring momentum of the swings up and down, right? And they got different indicators out there. This one kind of gives you buy and sell signals. You know, I don't follow these sell signals to the T most of the time. By the time they flash, it's already dropped. But you know, this is a good indicator of whether or not we're going up or down in a longer term trend. So that's why I use these to kind of figure out where the direction is going in the long term. So you can see the RSI came up way up here in the previous bull market. And you can see right now, currently, we're still down here. So we still got room to go up, right? And even if this is going to be a stronger bull market than last time, if you could imagine, you know, this thing could really blow up through the roof, go a lot higher. So, you know, interesting to watch Ethereum and see what it does if you're invested in Ethereum. I'm watching that BTC and that Bitcoin dominance. If anything changes, man, we'll jump on live and let y'all know. But Bitcoin, man, Bitcoin has came a long way. I mean, you're talking about coming from, I mean, all the way down here. You know, this is what, $864 way back here in 2017. You know, all the way up to 63,700 today. That's crazy. Lots of ups and downs, as you can see, right? Didn't move in a straight line. The more power it's getting, the more volatile it's getting, meaning it's going to go up in burst and come down in burst also. And you can look at this correction right here. This was the wave 3 that we had back in 2020, I'm guessing. Yeah. I mean, that wave 3 correction, wave 4 correction right here. Okay, this was a 30% drop, right? It's gonna be some dips and ups and downs. And I mean, we had a pretty nice dip today, but I don't think we got close to 30%. So I'm expecting to see some more downside for Bitcoin in the near future, man. What you thinking, BG?
Without me looking at charts, because you know they ain't necessarily my forte. But once Bitcoin reaches certain benchmarks, like excuse me, 69,000 been an all-time high. People are gonna take profits. It's natural. I can't blame them. They're gonna do the same thing again. Probably once they hit another benchmark, maybe 70,000, 80,000. Just these nice round numbers, nice whole numbers that are above the all-time high, and they're gonna take profits along the way. Same thing gonna be with 100,000. People are gonna take profits. I know I'm gonna be one of those people when it crosses a 100K threshold. Taking profit before then won't necessarily be worth it for me because I'm not. I wish I was one of those people who bought Bitcoin $1,000 or less, but unfortunately, that was not the case. But certain benchmarks, we encourage taking profits as we DCA and continue DCAing. That's what I was actually doing right now. I'm signing up for the exchange called Kraken, and I'm going to test them out versus Coinbase, so I can give y'all a real live Amazon review about these exchanges. And then once I get it signed up and everything going on Kraken, I'm going to show you how to move the money from Coinbase to Kraken. That's probably what we'll discuss on Thursday. One of the things we'll discuss on Thursday. But yeah, Bitcoin all-time highs, and we are not even at the halving. The halving is a very, very important event, which is going to happen around April 19th. That's the plan.
Yep.
April 19th. That's a hell of a day. I tell you, it's a sign from God that we're doing the right thing. So
what I'm expecting to see, I'll draw it out here, and we can see how this pan out later. I'm expecting to see something like it already started You get a B, and then you get a C. I don't think this thing may not even last that long. It may be very quick and over with very quickly. All right, before we go up in one more wave. Now I can, go back and get the measurement for this wave, but we are expecting one more high. Now this is the point y'all need to be worried about if you're into Bitcoin. Once we get that last high, all right, once we get that last high, this is the point you need to be worried about, because this is the point where we're going to see a bigger drop, I think, even than this one. So wave 2 correction, could possibly come down. It usually doesn't go below the wave 1. I can't measure it right now until we get that last wave up to give you an exact measurement. But if it were to, for example, go up to this last wave to 75,000. All right, that wave 2, I would have to go all the way down here. But that wave 2 could come, let me see. Yeah, that wave 2 could come easily back to 40,000. And why am I looking at 40,000? I'm looking at previous resistance over here in this area. It's a real thick band of resistance shooting through this area. So it may try to find some support in this area, right? And you can see this is where some previous resistance is at, even on the current bull run. So be on the lookout for an even deeper retrace. This would be your last chance to buy Bitcoin at these prices. Because this is a bigger wave 1, right? This is just all a big wave 1. All right, this is why we call this a super cycle, right? This is just all a giant wave 1. Okay, we're going to come down in that wave 2. And now we're going to take off in that wave 3. And that's how we're going to be able to get to, okay? We're talking about those numbers, 240 to whatever. It's going to be proportionate. This thing could really extend and break up out of here, BG, to the upside. 180-ish, would be a fair number. And it come down to, in a wave 4 from there. You're going to see a retrace before we go up in that final wave. And that's where we can hit that 240-ish. All right. And, that's going to be in the bigger scheme of things. Let me go out here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be a wave 5. Then we would have a crash. Okay.
Yeah, I crashed after what, wave 3? You said?
Yeah, this is after the big run. This thing could really crash and come back down to around. This is where we talked about it could come anywhere from 20 to 40,000, somewhere around there. We don't think it's gonna go to 40. It may stop at 50. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere around there, it's gonna come back down. This is I think that's gonna happen. All of this that I just drew out is gonna play out between now and 2025.
Okay.
And if we zoom back in, we just completed the first leg of it, right? Yeah, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the wave 5. It's gonna extend. Don't be surprised. That thing can extend way higher than that. But I don't think it's gonna extend too much higher than that. But yeah, we right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once we get that drop, that's when we shoot out for Bitcoin. So, this drop, this wave 4 could be shallow. It could turn out to be a triangle. A triangle means it's just gonna move sideways versus up and down, and it'll just be some long, drawn out, boring price movement for a while the indicators cool down. So it could do something like that. And then shoot up.
Or let's talk about JASMY, your JASMY coin. Let's talk about that real quick.
All right, JASMY. I got a
bead on that.
So I done already drew this one out too, but JASMY is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. All right, so let me get rid of this stuff for a minute. I was looking at this thing earlier, bro, and when I say it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do, it's almost mirroring what it did on the way down. Look at what it did on the way down over here. From here, we dropped down to here. Very deep drop, right? We came up to 0.284 and we dropped on down right into the lows, and this was the consolidation period. Now on the other side, we came out of that consolidation. This was the best time to buy, and
So
we got
JASMY was it 28 cent?
JASMY was like at 0.00291 cents. That was like a fraction of a penny.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. All right, got it.
Fraction of a penny. We're already up to 2 pennies now.
So almost you could potentially own a crap ton of JASMY if you just invest $100. That was you telling me?
Yeah, way back in the day. I mean, this wasn't even way back in the day. Starting, back in like October, around that time, buying up JASMY was gonna be the move.
Okay.
At those prices. So now we're coming up out of here, right? We set the 1-2. We got another 1-2. This is a 3. We're coming down in our 4 now, and we came down in a 4. We're gonna go up in our 5 wave, and we're gonna hit it right here at that 0.5, just like it did on the way down in reverse. Look at it from here, right? We came down a bit deeper, but we didn't go up quite as high. We came a bit short of that target that it set before. All right. So now we headed up to that 0.5 out of that wave 4. I think JASMY's going to move very quickly up to that 0.5. Now look what happens after that. Just like with Bitcoin, right? We talked about Bitcoin. It's going to have to cool down in that wave 4, and it's going to need some time to cool down. JASMY is going to have a period and a need to cool down also. So JASMY is going to go up. I hate when it resets the chart like that. JASMY is going to go up and touch that 0.5. Let me go ahead and just draw that out real quick. All right, so we touched this. We came down in a wave 4. All right, we're going to go up and touch that 0.5. And we're going to have a big drop. All right, this is going to hurt a lot of people. Now, why are they doing that? Well, I think, A, they already set the chart up this way. So these are the levels it's going to follow. But B, they're shaking out leverage traders, right? We've been talking a lot about leverage trading. So if you're into leverage trading, you're betting those options. Any of these big, steep moves are going to hurt you. And also, if you're into making money, any of these big, steep moves, if you can trade them, are going to help you, right? If I'm able to sell at almost 0.5 a nickel and buy back down here at 1 cent, 2 cents, somewhere around there, that's a big trade. That's a huge trade. You know what I'm saying? I can almost double my portfolio of JASMY before we go up in this third wave. And because we have such high upside, all right, that seems like a real steep increase in drop, but look at where we're trying to go. JASMY's trying to get to $1. JASMY is trying to go like Bitcoin is trying to go 3 times above its all-time high. JASMY's trying to go at least 3 times above its all-time high. Its all-time high is at 35 cents. JASMY's trying to go up to $1.
JASMY was at 35 cents before? JASMY was at 35 cents before? That was his all-time high?
Yeah. So JASMY go to $1. I already got my cigar film right here. And I can tell you right now, we're going to hit 0.5 soon. I'd say in March, and we're gonna hit at least 35.
You're gonna get all the degenerate gamblers excited.
I'm just letting y'all know, man. Yo, I'm on one with JASMY, bro. I ain't missing with you. We go hit 35 cents before October, November. It's a couple months after the halving, 6 months after the halving.
October, November?
I mean, I think May, what I said, May or June, we should hit 35. And if we hit $1, we're gonna hit that dollar by October, November.
So let's just play this out hypothetically.
Yeah.
If JASMY hit $1, what would it market cap? What would his market cap be?
It'll be in the 50 billions. I
50 billion.
But you got to understand, Doja hit whatever it hit and went up to 80-something billion from about where JASMY started. It sounds ridiculous, but there are plenty of examples of other coins who've accomplished that in the last cycle. So you got to understand that these people are coming out here to run them type of numbers. They want to be in the game.
So with that being said, if JASMY hit 50 billion, that would put it above XRP. So
today,
XRP, yeah, I would put above XRP today. So
XRP is going to grow at the same time.
Yeah,
all of these coins are going to grow into higher market cap. So XRP will still be ahead of JASMY. If XRP doubles, let's go double its market cap from where it was.
Interesting. So if that's the case, then if that's going to happen, then you can technically win with all these coins. Yeah, if all these coins maintain that same rate of growth.
Yes, and the point is, it's a lot of money pouring into the market. This is that super cycle. This is gonna be that chance for those extra trillions of dollars that are needed to make these types of moves to jump into the market. Bitcoin's already at what, $1 trillion market cap. 1.3. It was just at 1.1 and barely at $1 trillion 2 weeks ago.
Right. And with that being said, I'm gonna interrupt you real quick, and I just want to share this article because you said a lot of money pouring into the market. I just want to make sure that people understand what we mean by a lot of money pouring into the market. All right. Boom. So, MicroStrategy. We just mentioned a lot of money pouring into the market. MicroStrategy has announced it's going to raise $600 million to buy more Bitcoin. Now, MicroStrategy already owns like 190,000 Bitcoin. They own billions. That's right, billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin already. Now they're about to raise 600 more million to buy more Bitcoin. So there's a lot of money that's going to continue to flow into Bitcoin. If you're reading this, they're due 2030 in a private offer to the qualified institutional buyer, and you got to have a crap ton of money to be an institutional buyer, and they're loading this money into the market. Now, they probably specifically dealing with Bitcoin. Now, that doesn't mean you can't make gains on these other coins, but these large institutions, they have a responsibility to their shareholders, and they're trying to make their shareholders money. And the best way to do that, as far as they're concerned, is to go with the granddad of crypto, Bitcoin. That is going to give you guaranteed returns. So there's going to be a lot of money already pouring into the market because of ETFs. And MicroStrategy has been leading the charge, even though they're not technically ETF. They are leading the charge with the Bitcoin buying, and they're a much smaller company than these Bitcoin ETFs, than the company that own these Bitcoin ETFs. But the way they're moving and the way they've been moving, they are leading the charge in institutional adoption, and it is proven to be the best move thus far.
Bruh,
right, back to you.
The biggest move for Bitcoin and all of these altcoins is not going to be this year; it's going to be next year.
Right, but so that's we got to explain that to them what that means as far as it's going to be next year and why it's going to be next year.
We got to do an episode on that. It's a couple of reasons. I'm looking at the technical side of things from the charts, but I'm also looking at the fundamental side, of what's happening with the inflow of money, with the ETFs, with, we get stories of the U.S. government buying up $5 billion in Bitcoin. You're not buying up $5 billion in Bitcoin because it's going down. And you're not buying up $5 billion in Bitcoin to double that up either. Bruh, there's a path for Bitcoin to touch $1 million next year, man. Y'all don't see it yet, but if we touch in that 180, 240 range this year on the charts, technically, there's a path for that to happen. Now, I'm not saying it's gonna touch $1 million. There's a path that we can get into that 800 range. We can 4 times on that last wave up next year. There's a path for it, and if there's a path for that on Bitcoin, there's a path for JASMY to touch that $5 to $17 range next year.
Ooh, $5.
JASMY's all-time high is $5.
Ooh, you about to
Their
get the
KPI, their
DGM
target is
population
$17.
popping.
There's a
17.
path for it, and it all
Hey,
depends on what we do this year. We're gonna know by November or December. Y'all remember this podcast?
y'all, my boy KG said, man, anything is possible.
It's a lot of money pouring in, bro. We ain't never seen no shit like this.
That's true. And what's happened historically, now history don't mean it's going to necessarily repeat itself as far as the financial market concerned. You can't guarantee any future earnings based off all the historical facts. But what has happened in the past is Bitcoin goes on these parabolic runs, and then Bitcoin tops out. And all the people that were Bitcoin bulls and made all the money off Bitcoin, they go and then try to make their gains turn into more gains by investing into altcoin, which what we was typically referred to as altcoin season. Now, if you choose not to invest in Bitcoin and just choose to invest in altcoins, you can kind of get a leg up on altcoin season, and that's when you can really make some money. But the key is you have to choose some quality altcoins. You just can't choose any altcoin. You have to be diligent about that research. If you are good at reading charts, you have to really take time and read those charts. And then you got to get lucky. You got to get lucky and hope that thing take off, because every cycle, it's always 3 or 4 altcoins that just go dumb.
Yeah.
And if you can catch one of those coins going nuts, you can make life-changing money.
I hate chasing green candles, but the ones that's hot right now, we still at the beginning. I just talked about 2 years, right? We still at the beginning of this thing. The Shibas, the Doja, the ones you don't think, the ones that's popping right now. I watch out for them things to do out like ridiculous numbers, man. Because they're gonna take them trillions of dollars that's pouring into Bitcoin, like you said, and when Bitcoin hit the top, it's gonna cycle back through into them altcoins, bro. The more it go up, the more money they make, the harder them altcoins go bounce.
Give me your top 3 coins.
You know I'm on JASMY.
Yep.
I mean, you talking about what our top 3 coins that I think are gonna just explode. I go JASMY. I'm looking at Shiba right now, and you can't fail with Doja, man. Doja's gonna get the mainstream, your people, your everyday person. They're gonna hear about it at the job, type. You can do Doja on Robinhood. So you go get all the Robinhood people. They only got a few stuff, coins they can invest in on Robinhood. So I've heard. So I go with those 3 as the biggest kind of exploders. There are some more that I'm just not tracking that might, pop out more, some that have done even higher. I'm just not tracking some of those, just wasn't interested. But mainstream coins in my top 3 coins to get into right now. Okay, if I would get into JASMY in this dip, or I wait on that next dip. If that thing dip back down to a penny or 2, that get in. That's your chance. I'm calling it. That's your chance. Your last chance.
You calling it?
I'm calling it. If JASMY get back down to a penny or 2, get in Shiba and I mean it's a couple that I'm tracking, that got high upside from your XL XYO, looking like it might make some noise from the underdog side of things. I'm looking at the ones that got the small market caps, right? That's going to have the big potential when that money pour into it to flip and really hit and double and boom up out of there. XYO, maybe Spell token,
Okay. Well, and no love for Ethereum.
Nah, Ethereum, you might get a 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times out of ETH, man. We talking some of these coins, man, is gonna go, 50 and
Or
100 times.
you looking for the hunt? You looking for the true DJing play, the 100x coin, 50x coins.
It's a money game, man. It's all about the money. Which coin is gonna give me the most money at the end of this bull run? That's what the game is. You trying to figure out which is all about which one gonna give you the most. Because guess what? If you love Bitcoin, if you love Ethereum, and this other coin is gonna make me 50 times more money in this bull run than Bitcoin would, I can come back after this bull run, after Bitcoin retrace, and I can buy 100 Bitcoin.
True, but like I said, you got to be in. You got to be in the game to play it.
Yeah, you
You
got to
can't play
be.
the game from the sideline.
And everybody got their own risk profile and what they willing to jump on. I mean, some of these altcoins is risky. I don't really fool with the meme coins. I'm scared of Shiba. You know what I'm saying?
You should be.
I had it, but
You
I'm
should
scared
be.
of Shiba.
You should be.
I'm not scared of JASMY though. I'm all in on JASMY. When I say I'm all in, my whole pot is in, bro. I'm just sitting back smoking a cigar, waiting on the dealer to throw the card.
You know what? I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that. So for me, I would say my top three: Bitcoin 1, BNB 2, and I'm investing in IMX. I'm just curious about IMX to see
I
what it
like
does. I'm curious about it. I didn't put no large sum of money on it, but I am curious about it to see how it does in the bull market. And if it does well, it might be something I would invest in again in the future. So
I
that's
like
Bitcoin,
IMX.
BNB, and IMX.
Yeah, I love IMX.
Yeah, those are my plays. I'm not a degenerate no more. I played that game. I won sometimes, I lost sometimes. The stress outweighed my wins and losses. I'm just
I'm
saying.
gonna just put it like this: this market is gonna kick out winners. So all of these coins are gonna win. It's all about knowing where the top is gonna be and making sure you get out with your money. If you're not even if you're not trading, if you already in this market, you go win.
Right. So I just a real quick tidbit. I just want to show them this real quick because I'm gonna switch the exchange that we are DCAing in our dollar cost, our weekly dollar cost average.
Yeah,
I'm going to switch that exchange from Coinbase to Kraken. Coinbase has been having problems lately. Coinbase went down again. It went down the other day. I want to say yesterday, and people's accounts are showing zero. I ain't got time to play with Coinbase. They be on that bull. They be on that bull. I ain't nobody got time to play with them. So Kraken is the exchange that I registered on, and I want to show you all what documents you will need in order to register.
all right. And on that note, while he doing that, man, you can get on multiple exchanges. I'm on Coinbase. I just I didn't even have to reactivate it. I had a CRO crypto.com account. I went back into where my card was still hooked up. I bought about $500 worth of Shiba and about $25 worth of CRO in that account. I just said I was gonna put something on Shiba.
Right. So the required document just for you to get on the exchange and be able to buy crypto. I can buy up $10,000 worth of crypto. I did connect my bank account. So obviously I'm not about to buy $10,000 worth of crypto. Like, who the hell do we think I am? But these are the required documents that you need. You need a driver license. You need some type of government ID to sign up on Kraken. And they just gonna ask you to take a picture of the front and back of it, and then they're gonna ask you. I always think this is strange. They're gonna ask you to hold it up to your face and take a selfie with the ID next to your face, and you got to upload that too. Now, if you want higher verification, which I was about to sign up for, higher limits, which means you can withdraw more money and probably deposit more money too. Now you got to have these documents or just one of these documents. They ain't getting none of that. Well, I may provide my bank statement, maybe, but all that other stuff, man, they not getting that from me. They crazy. I'm not doing that. I don't. $10,000 is more than enough. I'm not gonna be depositing more than that at one time anyway. So $10,000 deposit, and I don't know what the withdrawal is yet because I just signed up for this. but I will let you all know in the future. $10,000 is more than enough for me to deposit money. Whatever the withdrawal rate is, it's probably gonna be more than enough for me too. It's gonna be more than enough for the average person. So you don't need the higher limits verification if you don't want it. But if you get deep into it and you make a substantial amount of money, you might want to apply for this. Now, one thing I did do was go see how much see what their fees are, because you already know me and these fees don't get along. So buy crypto, I was just gonna buy $50 because that's what we do every week. We buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. The fees are definitely cheaper than Coinbase. Coinbase was charging what, $2.50, I think.
Yeah, that's
They charged me
definitely
99 cents. I will take that. For you all's sake, I will take it.
Yeah, that would have been better.
$1.50 less. So what I'm gonna do on Thursday, I'm gonna take the money from Coinbase, and I'm gonna take the money from Coinbase and move it over to Kraken. So matter of fact, let's take a look at our Coinbase monies so thus far. Still got $167 currently. We're gonna keep track of that. Actually, let's write that down. We're at $167 right now. We'll see where we at on Thursday, because the market is going back up. And we're gonna take this money and I'm gonna show you how to transfer it from one wallet to another wallet. Well, technically, this is exchange to another exchange, but it's the same concept when you transfer the money from wallet to wallet. So that's one of the things that we're gonna learn on Thursday when we dollar cost average.
Go to your assets.
Assets and
over on the left. Yeah.
I only got Bitcoin and Graph GRT, and it's down today.
Yeah, but you still up.
I mean, I'm up anyway because I got it for free.
Yeah. All right, cool.
So, yeah, I guess it showed me my money.
Yeah, you just
the lowest was
coming up out of it now.
Yeah, the lowest was at today with 154, and currently now we're at 167. That's just how fast this thing really moves. It's kind of crazy. Now, one more thing. Let's talk about Ethereum real quick. Give them some Ethereum news. For my Ethereum degenerates out there. So, Ethereum had a upgrade, which is partially why its momentum is where it's at today. Now, Bitcoin itself went from 69,000 to its lowest today, 59,000. That's a serious drop, a 10K decline. So people are taking profit. We're saying intense profit taking, and it's not surprising for investors. We don't. It's not a surprise to us. We expect this. When it reaches certain benchmarks, that's what you should do. Take profits. All right. Now Ethereum got a upgrade called Dencun, which is like Cancun, and the Den is some star. People be weird when they create these names. It is what it is though. So it is supposed to make the fees significantly cheaper. I'm not sure if it's going to do that, but that's what it says it's supposed to do. What else is important about this? Oh, negative inflation is supposed to help out with that, which is basically burning tokens, like taking tokens out of circulation. Economic 101, less supply, more demand. So they're trying to decrease the supply so that it can increase the demand and the price goes up. Now, if that actually happens, that'll be great. So, and the last key detail just saying it had a 7.7% decrease in the supply on the exchanges the last 90 days. So that means people are taking their Ethereum off exchanges and they're hollowing to hopefully make it safer. So their cryptocurrency is not actually sitting on the exchange and exposed to possible hacks or anything else that can take away from their crypto earnings. All right, that's Ethereum in a nutshell. That's one of the reasons why its price is doing what it's doing today, because they had an upgrade I'm not a fan of Ethereum, but it's news, relevant news, and it's affecting their price, which makes sense why it didn't drop like Bitcoin and other coins did today. All right, boom, back to you.
Ethereum gonna try to touch 10 racks on his next push.
They are saying that Ethereum this cycle is going to go from 10 anywhere from 10 to 15,000. That's the predictions for Ethereum.
Yeah.
So if you're an Ethereum lover, they're projecting it to go from 10 to 15,000, which is pretty significant.
And also, one last thing about JASMY news. JASMY got a new blockchain they rolling out. That's interesting news. It's called Junction. All right. So we'll get some research.
that sounds janky.
Hey, Junction might be the one that pushed that thing to 17, bro. We gonna see what happened. But this is that's big news, man. That's a lot of people on JASMY. If you go to YouTube right now, JASMY is almost probably, if not the hottest crypto topic of discussion on the internet circles and social networks right now. So, them rolling out a blockchain where people can come and sign up and, trade and do all of that, that could be huge.
Well, is that what Twitter's saying? You know what? Let me follow JASMY on Twitter.
Google JASMY, Google Junction, JANBTION, I think.
JASMY. Follow JASMY on Twitter.
And the question is going to be if they're going to merge Junction into JASMY or if they're going to separate them out as two different projects, two different coins.
JASMY, the Bitcoin of Japan.
You got to live up to a name like that, bro.
Well, we're going to hope so.
You got to live up to a name like that.
Oh, Max Kaiser, another Bitcoin bull, says Bitcoin will be at $75,000 by Friday. I need to repeat that.
I just told y'all that. We go get another leg up.
He said $75,000 by Friday.
And Bitcoin, it's a trap because it's going to fall off a cliff.
Bitcoin is at 73,800 right now. By Friday, 63. It'll be at 75,000.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say 63,000. It's at 63,000 right now.
Yeah.
And 75,000 by the end of this week.
Yeah, let me just show y'all. This is your experts out there. And I've been listening to a lot of these experts, and I'm just gonna let y'all know. Some of them guessing at it, bruh. Not all of them, but some of them got zero idea when it comes to the technical side of things, bruh. I'll just let y'all know. I ain't gonna call no name. But some of them are guessing at it. But yeah, Bitcoin.
I don't doubt that.
Bitcoin is gonna go up one more leg up. We just talked about that, and it's gonna fall off a cliff. We just talked Bitcoin going up to around 75. So I just showed y'all. He's right. Bitcoin got one more extension in the wave 5 to go up from here, and then we're gonna have a very deep drop. That's the part he ain't gonna tell you about because they want y'all to keep buying. All right, but it's gonna drop. So be ready to take some profit. Is my recommendation. Keep some of that money that you just made when it drops. You can keep that profit in your pocket, or you can buy back and you'll get more Bitcoin because you sold high and you bought low. This is the hard part because you got to hold your nuts while this thing drops in fear that it's gonna take off without you and with the profit that you got, right? That's called FOMO. That's fear of missing out. And
yes, sir.
These are the emotions we have to fight when we trade, right? We don't trade emotionally. We have to trade technically. We know technically that wave is going to be finished when it gets to around that 70, 75K range, and we're going to have to cool off these indicators. These indicators are going to have to cool all the way off, and that's where that big drop. We're going to go back all the way down into the oversold area before we go up here because we're trying to get a bigger pump, and it doesn't have enough juice to do that when it's already in the overbought area. All right, so this is just the technical side of trading. If we're going to go up here, we're going to have to cool down this chart. So, look for one more leg up to 70, and a drop so that this indicator can cool off, just like it did back here, right? When it went up to the previous all-time high and the indicator cooled off, right? And then we got the momentum we needed to go higher. All right, so getting that momentum, we'll get a cool off. It may come about halfway down. It may come down further. We'll talk about that when we get to that point, but you know, that's going to give us the momentum we need to go forward. That's all I had, BG. I just wanted to check in on the market, man. Same thing for JASMY, man. We're going to get one more push up from here to 0.5.
Mm-hmm. Hey, man.
It's going to be a bit of a bigger push because it's an altcoin. Yeah.
We just had to make it quick, man. Just a quick update so people know what's going on.
Yeah, we can get up out of here. Same thing for JASMY, man. Buy some JASMY. Buy now. We're gonna have a dip, so you know, if you buy now, your money's gonna be at risk of losing if you don't take profits. If you don't invest a lot of money, that's fine. I would buy it now, and you know, take the little loss when it comes back down, and buy more when it gets back down here. I'm letting you know it's coming back down. Buy more when it comes back down. If you got a lot of money invested, you know, make sure you take out some profit. We're gonna have a dip. Do not get afraid. We know this thing is going to have to cool down the same way Bitcoin got to cool down, so we can get the momentum that we need to go up here. All right, trying to get way up there, so we need that cool down, and that's why it's happening. So y'all be on the lookout. You heard it here first. We trying to look out, man. That's all I got, BG.
All right, cool. So that's a wrap up. Thursday when we get with y'all, we're going to dollar cost average again. And we're going to watch a fun video to explain why Bitcoin. Because I think some people really need to understand why Bitcoin. We got to go back into the history a little bit and bring you forward to hopefully get where we are. You're not going to be brainwashed and be cool with it. All right? So, another episode. Thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of Black and Black Crypto. And we out, man.
Soundstripe.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready?
Welcome to the Black on Black